So Borderlands, the movie, is finally here after a tumultuous 9 years of pre-production, production, and then post-production, of reshoots, of controversies, of landing Cate Blanchett being this super optimistic thing for fans of the video game franchise and people being optimistic for this film, only to see the trailer and be like, oh, yeah, I don't think that was the direction I was hoping this would go in. And yeah, this film did not go in much of any direction. It just wasn't that great of a movie, but to give it some of its flowers, it had one really solid action sequence for about 10 minutes in the middle of the film. Cate Blanchett and Jamie Lee Curtis are passable, and that's really saying something because some of the dialogue in this film is so atrocious, but the two of them are actually able to sell some of it. That being said, it's very obvious that the two of them are phoning these performances in. And also, in my opinion, the biggest compliment I can give to this film is that the production design is really impressive. And when I say production design, I mean everything that was practical in this film, everything that was on camera. All of that looked really solid. Sadly, that is boggled down by some of the worst visual effects I have seen in years. I'm talking visual effects at the levels of Spy Kids 3D crossed with Star Wars Revenge of the Sith. Going back to the writing of this film, not only was the dialogue pretty poor, but so was the comedy. Really, none of the comedy in this film landed for me whatsoever. They tried so hard for this film to be just like Guardians of the Galaxy, but instead the comedy didn't land, and even more importantly, the chemistry didn't land. I didn't feel any chemistry between any of the lead actors in this film. The pacing wasn't too great. This felt like a film that was way over 2 hours when it was under 2 hours, and that's just not a good place to be in. And also, there were some really odd choices with narration in this film, specifically towards the start, where we weirdly get narrated through a fight sequence that introduces a type of character in this film. So it just kind of quickly introduces these characters, narrates through the fight, and then takes us out of it within the span of like 10 seconds. And then that left me in a daze for like 5 minutes where I was like, did that really just happen? Yes, it did. Because this is Borderlands, a 1.5 star movie, the worst rating I have given to a movie in a really long time. And I hate saying that a movie is this bad, but it really just is. And I had some faith in it because of Blanchett, because of Eli Roth and his success from Thanksgiving, but this film just is not that. But let me know in the comments below what you thought of this movie. Do you agree with my takes? Do you disagree with me? Please, I would love to have a bit of a discussion about this film. I will see you all in the next movie review. Take care.